Each year, on the second Sunday of November, the United Kingdom observes Remembrance Sunday, a national ceremony during which the country honors those who lost their lives on the battlefield. On this day, thousands gather at the Cenotaph in London, and the royal family plays an important role in the solemn service. As we await this year's ceremony and wonder what jewelry the royal ladies will select, I invite you to look back over the past several years and recall the ensembles worn on Remembrance Sunday. We'll cover both the final years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and the early years after her passing, when the traditions were carried on by King Charles III. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. The origins of Remembrance Sunday date back to 1919, when King George V first called for a 2-minute silence on November 11th to honor those who had perished in World War I. A few years later, this led to the creation of a permanent monument in London, the Cenotaph. It was George V who established the annual Remembrance ceremony, gradually extending its significance to honor all Britons who lost their lives in armed conflicts. For over a century, the tradition of Remembrance Sunday has endured, with the British royal family always playing an active part. During these memorial services, members of the royal family, particularly the royal ladies, maintain an appearance of solemnity and restraint. On these days, jewelry and attire hold special importance, serving as expressions of remembrance, respect, and national pride. This is not a time for luxury or opulence to take center stage. Rather, it is symbolism that matters most. Regardless of rank, the royal ladies choose jewelry, whether brooches, earrings, or strands of pearls, that carries deep meaning and highlights the significance of the day. A constant feature of each royal ensemble is the red poppy, the day's most important symbol. Representing blood and sacrifice, the poppy became a symbol of remembrance following World War I. This simple yet powerful emblem, worn on the lapels or dresses of the royal ladies, serves as a reminder of the millions who gave their lives for future generations. Alongside poppies, the royal ladies often select jewelry infused with equally profound symbolism. Brooches passed down through generations, earrings with personal significance, and, of course, pearls, a classic symbol of mourning that conveys both sorrow and respect. These elements are like a silent language through which the royal family, without a word, communicates their bond with the nation, with veterans, and with those who came before. In this video, we'll revisit the annual ceremonies, observe how the royal ladies' styles have evolved, and try to understand how, sometimes with just a small piece of jewelry, they convey what words cannot express. Our focus will be on 4 central figures: Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Camilla, Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, whose Remembrance Sunday ensembles reflect continuity and respect for tradition. Queen Elizabeth II. In her final years, Queen Elizabeth II continued to participate in Remembrance Sunday, although in 2017 she handed over a crucial role in the ceremony, laying the wreath, to her son, Prince Charles. This decision marked a symbolic step in gradually transferring responsibilities to her heir, reflecting her steadfast dedication. The Queen observed the ceremony from the balcony, maintaining a profound connection to this day, honoring those who had fallen in service. In 2018, standing on the balcony with the then Duchess of Cornwall and the then Duchess of Cambridge, the Queen secured her poppies with the Courtauld Thomson Scallop-Shell Brooch, which she had inherited from the Queen Mother. Jewels associated with the Queen Mother always held a special significance for Elizabeth, especially at events commemorating World War I, in which the Queen Mother lost her beloved brother on the front lines. After Elizabeth's passing in 2022, the brooch was inherited by King Charles III and is now worn by Queen Camilla. In 2019, Queen Elizabeth II again watched the ceremony from the balcony, this time using the Dorset bow brooch to secure her poppies, a cherished family heirloom. This brooch was originally a wedding gift to Queen Mary in 1893 and was passed down in its original form to her granddaughter, Elizabeth II, on her own wedding day. The Queen used this brooch on Remembrance Sunday frequently over the years, further emphasizing her link to the past. The year 2020 brought significant changes to the traditions of Remembrance Sunday due to the pandemic, and the remembrance events were held with only a minimal number of participants. For Queen Elizabeth, however, this year carried particular meaning as it marked the centenary of the unknown warrior's burial at Westminster Abbey, a lasting symbol of remembrance for all who died in battle without a known grave. On November 4th, just days before Remembrance Sunday, the Queen made a private visit to the Abbey to honor this special anniversary. Accompanied by her equerry, she placed a replica of her wedding bouquet on the tomb of the unknown warrior, following a tradition begun by her mother in 1923. This gesture was especially poignant, blending the Queen's personal history with her tribute to the fallen. For this visit, she wore the Jardine Star brooch, a piece well-suited to moments of mourning and remembrance, especially those connected to military events. Despite the pandemic, the Remembrance Sunday ceremony at the Cenotaph proceeded as scheduled, and the Queen observed it from the balcony, as in previous years. That day, she again used the Dorset bow brooch to secure her poppies, just as she had the year before. In 2021, the Queen planned to attend the ceremony, as she had in prior years, but due to health issues, specifically a sprained back, she was unable to attend. This marked her first absence from the event in many decades and was a significant sign of her gradual step back from public duties. The following year, in 2022, the Queen passed away, marking the end of an era when her presence was an integral part of Remembrance Sunday ceremonies. Since then, Remembrance Sunday has continued without her, but her image remains an indelible part of this tradition, which is now carried forward by King Charles III and other members of the royal family. Queen Camilla. In recent years, Queen Camilla, formerly the Duchess of Cornwall, has remained loyal to a particular selection of jewelry, each piece filled with deep symbolism and personal significance. On Remembrance Sunday, she consistently chooses dignified and elegant accessories that reflect her respect for military service, the memory of the fallen, and her personal family connections. In 2018, Camilla pinned her poppies with the badge of her late father's regiment, Major Bruce Shand, who served in the 12th Royal Lancers during World War II. This touching gesture honored her family's military ties. She completed her look with her favorite pearl drop earrings and her signature pearl choker with a large diamond clasp, pieces she would continue to wear in the following years. On Remembrance Sunday in 2019, Camilla appeared in the same jewelry as the previous year, her pearl drop earrings, diamond-clasped pearl choker, and her father's regimental badge, once again paying tribute to his service. In 2020, Camilla introduced a new, meaningful brooch to her ensemble, a diamond and emerald brooch in the shape of the badge of the Rifles Regiment. This choice was especially poignant, as Camilla had been appointed Colonel-in-Chief of the Rifles earlier that year, assuming the role from the Duke of Edinburgh, who had held it for nearly 70 years. She completed her look with her pearl drop earrings and pearl choker. In 2021, Camilla, as in previous years, pinned her poppies with the badge of her father's regiment, the Lancers, paying homage to Major Bruce Shand. She wore her usual jewelry, pearl drop earrings and the diamond-clasped pearl choker, keeping her look understated and elegant. In 2022, Camilla attended Remembrance Sunday for the first time as Queen Consort. She stood alongside the Princess of Wales on one of the central balconies to observe the ceremony. For this significant occasion, Camilla wore her classic diamond and pearl drop earrings, and her ensemble included not one, but two military badges: diamond pins representing the Rifles and the Special Reconnaissance Regiment, regiments for which she became Colonel-in-Chief in 2020. In 2023, Camilla once again pinned her poppies with the badge of the Royal Lancers, Queen Elizabeth's own, now the official name of her father's former regiment. She paired this with her signature pearl drop earrings and pearl choker with a diamond clasp. In June 2023, King Charles III appointed Camilla as Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Lancers, making her connection to the regiment even more personal and symbolic. This gesture served as a tribute not only to her late father, but also to royal traditions. Catherine, Princess of Wales. Catherine, Princess of Wales, has appeared on Remembrance Sunday in carefully chosen ensembles that seamlessly blend solemnity, respect for the occasion, and symbolic elegance. Her choice of jewelry, from modest poppy brooches to exquisite pearl earrings, reflects her understanding of the importance of tradition and the legacy of the British royal family. In 2018, then still the Duchess of Cambridge, Catherine wore the Cavolfiore pearl earrings by Cassandra Goad. Inspired by the cavolfiore, cauliflower clusters seen in Italian markets, these unique earrings feature 7 pearls surrounded by diamonds. This refined yet understated design was a fitting accent for Remembrance Sunday. The earrings have become a significant accessory for Catherine, who first wore them at Prince Louis's christening in July 2018. Touchingly, she selected them once again in 2024 for Trooping the Color, marking her first public appearance after her recovery announcement. Catherine secured her poppies with an enamel and crystal poppy brooch, designed in remembrance of the contributions of women during World War I. The following year, Catherine once again chose a crystal poppy brooch, although this time with a slightly different design, featuring a single leaf. This version honored the work of codebreakers, including Catherine's grandmother, who served at Bletchley Park during World War II. Catherine also wore the Bahrain pearl drop earrings, which had been gifted to Queen Elizabeth II as a wedding present from the Hakim of Bahrain in 1947. In 2020, amid pandemic restrictions, Catherine's jewelry for Remembrance Sunday was minimalistic. She wore pearl drop earrings, once again on loan from the Queen. These earrings, featuring diamond studs and pearl drops, have become a signature accessory for her, particularly for solemn and formal events. In 2021, Catherine wore the Collingwood pearl earrings, once belonging to Princess Diana. These iconic earrings, with diamond caps set with 3 rows of smaller diamonds and pearl drops, became beloved pieces for both Diana and Catherine. She accessorized with her poppy pin, pinning them with a crystal flower brooch from the Royal British Legion. By 2022, Catherine, now Princess of Wales, further emphasized her status by choosing another piece that once belonged to Princess Diana, along with a new Art Deco brooch. The brooch, acquired from Bentley and Skinner, is believed to have been a 40th birthday gift. Dating from the 1920s, it features a large central diamond with additional gems, giving it a delicate vintage look. In 2023, Catherine selected earrings previously worn by Queen Elizabeth II, featuring pearls set within diamond leaves, a sophisticated and respectful choice. These earrings were originally part of a set with the diamond and pearl leaf brooch. For Remembrance Sunday, Catherine also wore the insignia of the Fleet Air Arm, in tribute to her family's military connections, as she had recently been appointed their honorary Commodore-in-Chief. At the time of preparing this video, I am still uncertain whether we will see the Princess of Wales on the balcony for Remembrance Sunday. However, I am hopeful that she will be able to attend this important ceremony to pay her annual tribute to the armed forces members who lost their lives in the line of duty. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, maintains a modest and restrained style, often selecting understated jewelry that reflects her military roles and her respect for Remembrance Sunday. In 2018, then Countess of Wessex, Sophie chose simple drop earrings by Heavenly Necklaces. She also pinned her poppies with the badge of the 5th Battalion of the Rifles, the regiment where she has served as Royal Colonel since 2007. This insignia symbolized her connection to the armed forces and her respect for those who lost their lives in service. In 2019, Sophie wore sparkling hoop earrings and a cross necklace, along with the badge of the Rifles, once again honoring her role as Colonel of the regiment. For Remembrance Sunday in 2020, a year marked by the pandemic, Sophie again wore the Rifles insignia, highlighting her long-standing connection to the regiment. This time, she added earrings with multicolored gemstones, bringing a subtle warmth to her look. A poppy brooch was also pinned to her coat lapel in tribute to the fallen. In 2021, Sophie opted for modern scroll-shaped earrings for Remembrance Sunday. On her coat, she pinned 2 brooches, a crystal poppy brooch from the Royal British Legion and her badge from the Rifles, maintaining a look of dignified respect. In 2022, Sophie chose pearl drop earrings and a single-strand pearl necklace. Her lapel was adorned with a crystal poppy brooch and the badge of the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, REME, a regiment for which she became Colonel-in-Chief that same year. These symbols underscored her respect for the fallen and reflected her new military responsibilities. On Remembrance Sunday, in 2023, now as the Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie appeared once more in her signature pearl drop earrings. She secured her poppies with a poppy-shaped brooch featuring the badge of the Rifles, a regiment with which she remains closely associated as Colonel. Standing beside Vice Admiral Sir Timothy Lawrence, Sophie honored the memory of the fallen alongside the royal family in the solemn ceremony. Thank you for watching until the end. Are you looking forward to Remembrance Sunday and the upcoming ceremony? Or, if you're watching this video afterward, what are your thoughts on how the day went? Please share your impressions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be grateful for your likes, subscriptions, and if you'd share this episode with friends. See you next time!